spiraling. Oh, we're live.
Should I start?
Welcome to Cuts.
It's not recording now. Hold on. Are you seeing yourself?
I did.
Well, I thought you were interviewing him.
Yeah, but the screen is blank now.
Okay,
All
so
right, hold on. Who's interviewing who?
I'm interviewing him, but it's his channel, so he's got to say welcome. This
Okay.
is not my channel. You got the cookies in you.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm good.
Is
Thank
it
you.
on
I'm
now?
fasting, remember?
Duh. Yeah, I remember.
can you see?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so now it's recording.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to record too.
Welcome to Community Cuts. Bliss, how are you?
I'm absolutely wonderful, and thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. So, one of the things that that's interesting to me is our youth. And I think that as I realize that we have to tap into the God within, not the God that's outside of us. What's your theory about that?
Well, considering my journey and what I've been through already, I was taught from a child to work with the outside forces as opposed to tapping from within. Over time, fortunately, I did learn how to go within, and that's via
Hold on a
meditation.
Excuse me. I wanted to interview of you.
Okay,
You're actually streaming though.
we're streaming right now.
Oh,
Yes,
Okay.
thank you so much. Yes.
I'm
Yes.
videotaping too. Okay.
And your camera is on the camera, Rising Sun.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I started like going within when I got older, when I learned more about myself and my journey. And that's via meditation, yoga, focusing on my inner demons, doing shadow work, going within, knowing more about my awareness and myself, and then advancing more to taking different plant medicines and animal medicines, and now into a tantra. So I get what you're saying in terms of what the youth should be learning about going within from within themselves.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that we have been, it's a whole new paradigm that we're in right now. And I think that the youths don't really understand it, especially the younger youth. So I believe that as an elder, we have to at least allow them to learn that there's a deeper side that's within them, and to start to drill down and to accomplish things, to know things, to accomplish things. So yes, I think we have to go back to the back to spirituality, getting to know thyself. And as I know thyself, then I can work out the stuff that's within. But I can't work out the stuff that's within if I don't know thyself.
Right.
And I also think that's biblical as well.
So how did you start tapping within? What was your journey like?
My journey was to ask questions, things that I did not know, I didn't understand. And during this season of 2020, the things that went down in the entire world, well, it gave me a chance and the time to tap in and to ask questions. Who am I? Why am I here? What is my purpose here? Because I believe everybody, every man, every woman has a gift, and there's a purpose behind that. And while you're here, you might as well find out what you're called to do on planet Earth, planet Kai, some people call it. But yeah, we're here for a purpose.
So are you suggesting that, because you and I figured it out when we were older, in our adult ages. So are you suggesting that younger people can tap into this energy, into this insight, and know more about themselves? Like high school and college students can actually do this at a younger age?
I believe so. I believe so. It takes for the adults to help them to tap in, to understand who they are, and to sort of like holding their hands through it. If we never had anybody to hold our hands, then we're going to not know. Or we may know much later in life that this is what it is, or it's not. But we have to help people navigate them to understand who they are as an individual.
And so, what helped you to open up and want to pursue like who you really are and what your purpose is? Like, where did it start?
I think that there was always something in me that I didn't understand. I think there was something that I needed to tap into. And again, with the time 2020, when that happened, it gave me some time to reflect on who I am. Of course, I knew that I had a purpose prior to that, but with that season where everything was at a stalemate, nothing moving, it gave me
Mhm.
more time to go look within and to find thyself. And as I found myself, I was able to now create. You know, you can't create if you don't know thyself,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So as you find yourself, you're able to create, you're able to speak, you're able to articulate, you're able to do the things that comes from within. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. So were you like meditating, yoga, working out, so taking plant medicine? So what did you do?
I just went in. I didn't.
That's it?
Yeah, no yoga. I haven't done that yet, but I'm saying I just went in. That
Okay.
was the easiest thing for me to do at home. Just go in and to try to understand myself and to drill down and just to witness things that I did not witness before, and to know things. There's a part in the Bible where Jesus, Yeshua, was calling out Peter out of the boat, and Peter came out of the boat. He started walking on water. So when he reflected, some people may say fear. When he reflected, he started to sink. And so when you are walking in the present, there's no time to reflect. You just keep walking because that is the present that you're in. See, everything I believe that we walk in the present, there's less chance of fear walking into your life as you walk in the present.
Wow, wow. So you come from a religious background? Did you quoted the Bible and
Oh
I'm like,
yeah,
okay now.
I believe in the scripture. I believe that there's some deep hidden um, things in the Word of God that we just have to uncover. Yes, so I do believe in the Word of God. Yes, I
Yeah,
do.
I agree with you. I think the Bible is such a complicated, intricate book with so many different messages that can be interpreted in so many different ways that you definitely would have to take the time to really do your research along with your
Right.
historical
Yeah.
research to be able to connect the dots and find out like what parts are missing and moving forward. So if there are any young people out there who do embrace reading the Bible, I encourage it. You can receive guidance from that. I also encourage if you pray, that also is good. Peace of mind also. I encourage meditation, yoga. If you work with crystals, the little quartz crystals we have here, which is a love for the representation of love. If you work with crystals, that could help you also with going in and finding yourself on your journey. And I noticed this is actually your crystal.
Yes, it's mine. Yeah.
So, what else did you want to say in regards to the message to the younger people?
Basically, is to know thyself and to understand thyself. Because once you understand yourself and you know thyself, then there's no stopping you.
Okay.
There's no doubt. There's no hindrance there. Of course, you're gonna come across things that we may not understand, but at least if you understand thyself, then we know that as above, so below.
Hmm. And being as young as some of these people may be, like high school students and college students, and they're on this journey with knowing more of who they are and what their purpose is in their life work,
Right.
um, they would have to receive some sort of guidance or assistance. But also with that, they may receive some sort of rejection or blockages. So did you experience that on your journey?
I mean, yeah, you can, you can receive blockage from any given time or point or anyone, but it's for you now to understand where you are, who you are, and to walk forward, to move forward in your life. So I think that no matter what comes your way, as long as you understand who you are, know thyself, then you're able to move forward.
So all the fear, all the doubt, they can eventually get over that or find a way to get over that.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
And sometimes it's fear, trepidation that we don't want to deal with. And then as we know that this is a part of our journey, then we have to move that. We have to continue to move forward.
Mm. Yes, yes, yes. Wonderful, wonderful. So, where are you now, would you say, with your journey? And now that you know who you are and you know more or less what your purpose is, would you say you have a lot more to learn, or would you say you're more like you ready to do the work?
I'm going to say that there's a lot more to learn, and I'm ready to do the work. And by me saying that is because I know thyself, and I've learned my history, our history in this work, in this universe. So yeah, once you understand who you are, know thyself, yes, you can start to do the work.
Mm.
You can't put the puzzle together unless you know thyself, and how you gonna start this puzzle if you don't know thyself.
Right, right, right. Wow, wow. And you know, with younger people, it's so many things that are considered distractions
Correct.
for us. And you know, with COVID shutting down everything, so you were able to kind of stop and just say, all right, let me just go within. But with you know the cell phones, the social media, the friends, all of this, so how would they be able to go within if they have all of these other distractions going on? What do you suggest?
Wow, I mean that's really an interesting part of life, because there's so many things that comes to us. As you said, distractions. I think discipline is a part of it, where you're gonna have to discipline oneself. And as you discipline oneself, then you try to move away from those distractions, and knowing that it is a distraction.
Mm,
Because sometimes people don't know it's a distraction, and they keep
right.
holding on to that rope. When you got to let go of the rope and say, okay, I can't take this with me. I have to let it go because I have to survive.
Right,
So
right.
we get inundated with so many different issues, so many different problems. And as we get inundated, one of the things that I have learned that, and I didn't understand it, how can someone steal your energy? Okay, they can steal your energy by distracting you. So you're not able to complete your mission here on Mother Earth because you've been distracted, or a person's been distracted. So they're not able to complete because they have been going from level to level, or just been distracted in this time and space.
Yes. So where your energy goes, your focus goes.
Exactly.
And so that's something that they would need to learn. So if all of your energy is going here and focused on this, then it could be distracting you from something else that you should be doing with yourself in terms of like growth and learning
Correct.
and becoming one with yourself and knowing who you are, what you're here to do, and eventually finding your soul tribe.
Exactly. So let me ask you this: what's good energy and bad energy? What's good energy?
So for me, I don't really recognize it as good or bad.
Hmm.
It's more like hot and cold. So you know, you want to look at for me, you want to look at things that most people are saying, "Oh, this is bad, bad, bad." Well, there are bad things that happen to you in life, or bad experiences, or negative experiences that will teach you a lesson. And so you needed to have that bad energy, or that person with that
Okay.
bad energy,
Mhm.
so that you could learn, okay, this is what I want to avoid,
Correct.
right? And
Right.
this is not the example that I want to be within this energy. And so you have the other energy that may be more resonate with you, or that you enjoy and you love to be around, and you may exude to be of that energy.
Mhm.
And so you set goals to be more like that person, because we're all energy sources.
Exactly.
You know, and
Exactly.
some people have, you could actually feel when someone walked through the room,
Exactly.
that energy,
You can feel it.
you could
Yeah.
feel it. And so you want your children to recognize those energies that they're around,
Right.
so that they would know what's more for them, what resonates with them, and more or less where they want to be in terms of energy forces.
Right. Right.
So yeah,
And I think sometimes I believe that distraction, especially when you're distracted, is this bad energy, because it keeps you from not completing what you need to do. It takes you off course, and that's what I see. But yes, good or bad energy, energy is what runs this world.
Mm-hmm.
It's what runs the tractor trailer, the
Mhm.
ships, the trains, or whatever.
Everything.
Everything. We're energy.
Everything. But I think what you said is on point, that when you're young, you have to learn to be disciplined.
Right.
You have to learn to focus. You have to be goal orientated, and that'll help you with guiding on this journey, with so you're not distracted with a lot of things. So set your goals, be focused, and be disciplined.
And I think that, encouraging people, encouraging the youth, because if once you encourage somebody that they are good enough, a lot of times people say, "Oh, you're not good enough.
Right.
You're not this. You're not that." And as you encourage people and they start believing that they are someone, they believe that they're good, then they're able to strive forward, and they be able to complete what they need to complete in this in their lifetime. And sometimes I walk the streets in terms of, I'm very close to my community, and sometimes you can see people being put down. Negativity flows out of them. So what they do, they take that and they carry it with them.
Right.
There was two men. They committed the same, if you want to call it sin. Same sin.
Right.
But one man, he let it go at the altar, and the other man held on to it. Same sin. So he looked at the other guy and says, "How come this guy is so jovial? He's so happy." And the answer came back to him: "You didn't let go what you were doing. He did." So sometimes we have to let it go, let go that heavy energy, and move on.
That's really, really good, because I know a lot of people who hold on to negative experiences, a negative energy, or even something that they did, or something that they did to someone else.
Exactly.
And so it eats you up inside over time.
Right.
And then it works and works on you until it becomes like a little demon inside of you. And so you struggle with carrying that experience, or negative energy, or negative experience, onto the next friendship or relationship for years and years and years, as opposed to asking for forgiveness, giving forgiveness, and just being encouraged to move forward and to heal. Because that's a healing.
Right.
That's a healing for you.
That is.
For sure.
That is. And that's where we are about in terms of telling the youth, to hold their hand, walk them through it, and allow them to know that they have to forgive themselves. Allow them to know that they have to forgive others, and not to hold that bag, and just move forward in life. So yes, we're here to help the youth, to help that young man, to help that young woman that's coming in, because we are those people that they look up to.
Exactly. So with encouraging the youth, is there anything in particular that you would like focus on, or design, or say, when it comes to encouraging them?
I would say basically to the parents that you have to always encourage your daughter, your son. I did it for my son. I encouraged him because I saw what could happen. And I encouraged him when he was 4 years old, 4 years old, and to allow him to be able to grow into it. Planting a seed and allowing him to grow into it. Because I know on the flip end what could happen if I don't encourage him.
Right.
So I think to the parents that we have to, we are the gatekeepers. If there's no gatekeepers, then there's this nothing. We are the gatekeepers of our family. We are the gatekeepers of our community. How do we tap them in to allow them to, look at their not only their loved ones, but their investment, their investment to Mother Earth. Because you are an investment to Mother Earth.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to tap in to let them at least help them to tap into that there are someone, they are important to us, and as they grow up and they're tapped in, they can take off, they can propel to another level. But if you don't get that information, you don't get that encouragement, it's going to be hard for them to move forward. Yeah.
Ashe. So you started when your son was 3. I want to say that when women are pregnant,
Right.
from the moment they know or recognize that they're carrying a seed inside of them,
Mhm.
they can start encouraging that
Okay.
fetus. So they can play, there are certain musics that you can play that would nurture the baby. You can read poetry to the child, indeed, and certainly have the father talk to the child, place his face, his mouth on the belly and communicate to the child. Because the child in the womb already knows who the mother and father
Yeah, oh,
is.
yeah.
So
Okay.
if you're like, saying bad things, the child is already like getting those downloads, the DNA downloads. So you want to encourage the child. So there were people, I forgot the name of which family it was, but they started playing classical music while the child was in the womb. And then when the child came out, they were already in resonance and had an understanding or overstanding about classical music. From the womb, you can talk about tennis if you want your child to be the next Serena Williams or one of those sisters.
Not to cut you off, because you
Uh-huh.
said something that was just really pertinent to me. And talking to your child, the mother can talk to the child, the father can talk to the child
Mm-hmm.
while the mother's carrying the
Mhm.
child. What this, the light that just came on inside of me is that brings a family together. How to treat his spouse,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
And as he talks to the child within his wife womb, and that the baby hears this, he's now tapping into a family structure.
Yes.
That when this child is delivered, the structure's already there.
Woo! Yes.
And that's what is important for the mother, the father, and the mother to get together and know
Mhm.
thyself, who they are,
Mhm.
and what they're bringing
Mhm.
into Mother Earth, which
Work
is
it out.
Kai.
Work it out. Work it out.
Yes.
There you go.
So this is important to
Yes.
the family.
Yes.
A lot of times the family is working 8, 10, 12 hours a day and not able to recuperate.
Mm-hmm.
But now, if they get a head start on this, the next generation,
Mm-hmm.
and start to, melt between the woman and husband and wife, and they can start this.
Exactly.
It won't take,
Exactly.
it's not going to take overnight, but it's not going to be overnight, but it's a journey.
Mm-hmm.
It's a journey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that we owe that to our children.
Absolutely.
Yes. With that being said, I thank you for coming on to Community Cuts. We look forward to having you here. And Ashe.
Ashe, you're
And
welcome.
thank you for all that you have. You made my mind think. So I thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
Would you like to give your
Yeah. So I have a YouTube channel. It's called The Word Journey, the number 2, and then the word bliss. So Journey to Bliss. And if you have any questions or you want to reach out to me or just you want to shout me out and say, peace, sis, love you, Afro, I would enjoy that too. My email address is info@journeytobliss.com. Can I
Oh, amen. Also, you can tap into us as well at Community Cuts, our email address, communitycuts39@gmail.com. And this has been a pleasant afternoon and much pleasantry to you and to the family and to all. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right.
You're welcome.
People need to go.